Yo, what's going on, ladies? How are you doing today? So the other day I posted a status on my Facebook, right? And I'm going to read this status and I'm going to get into what I'm talking about here. And I wrote, the reason women keep getting played and getting their heart broken is because they're gullible and they don't really love themselves. They meet some guy who's saying and doing all the right things because he wants sex, and they fall for it because they are thirsty for love. They think they finally found the right guy. When the guy starts to fall back and stops calling as much and isn't giving her attention like he was in the beginning, she goes back to thinking men are trash. What she doesn't realize is that her lack of love for herself is causing her to be gullible enough to think this guy's actions were real when the whole time it was an illusion. She wants to be loved so bad, and the player knows this and takes full advantage. All right, so the reason why I wrote that and why I wanted to bring that up is because so many women, get tricked into thinking that the guy that they're dealing with is the real deal. He's like, oh, he's the one. He's the perfect guy, because when you first meet him and he's being everything you want in a man, you start to get attached to him. You start to like him. You start to, fall in love with this guy and all this other shit, right? But what happens is that a lot of times you may be searching for that love that you need for yourself, you understand, through these men, right? And so what I always say is this, is when you're dealing with guys, enjoy the time you have with them. You understand? If the guy is being very attentive, he's, buying you gifts, he's telling you, oh, I really like you and all that other stuff, like, enjoy that, right? Take that in, right? And enjoy those moments when it happens. But at the same time, you want to be a little bit detached so that you can give that time, give the situation time to actually play out how it's supposed to play out. So what I mean is, step back and see how consistent this guy is over time. You understand? So what'll happen is, a lot of times nowadays, most people get into these 3, 4, 5 month relationships and then it's over. You understand? You meet the guy, he comes in real hot, which means he's like, hey, what's up? He's texting you good morning every day, all this other sweet shit. And you're really loving this stuff because you're fiending for that type of love and affection and attention. So you feel good about it, and then you start to get attached to the guy. But what I'm saying is that, yeah, you can enjoy that, but also be detached enough to say, okay, well, let's see if he can keep this up for a year. You understand what I'm saying? Let's see if he'll be this consistent, which most of the guys won't be. You understand? So when a guy's coming in hot, telling you all this sweet stuff at the beginning, enjoy it, but take it with a grain of salt. You understand? Take it with a grain of salt. And also, too, what'll help you out too is, a lot of times you ladies will be way too available to these men just off the bat because they're giving you that type of attention, right? So it's not to say you want to play games and act like you're not busy, act like you're busy and all this other stuff, but, have other things going on, have other men that you're talking to so that you're not just caught up in this one guy. And I'll have to do a whole nother video just on that. But have other men you're dealing with, do stuff with your friends or whatever like that, so you're not getting caught up in this guy so quickly, right? Don't spend so much time focusing on his words. Focus more on his actions over time. You understand? His actions over time are going to tell you if he's really interested. You understand? It's going to tell you if he's really interested. Right? And so I always tell people, wait at least a year before you get serious with anyone, because a year is a good enough time to date someone and see if they're really consistent in who they really are. Because a lot of times what will happen is that when you're first dating a guy, he's showing you a representation of who he wants you to think he is. Right? And then slowly but surely the real him comes out. You understand? So if you spend more time just chilling, having fun, and not taking it too seriously, then what will happen is that the real man will be revealed to you, and then you'll really see what he's about. You'll really see if he's actually interested in you. Because you have to see also, are you interested in him for real? And because as time goes on, the real him's going to be revealed. Then for you also, the real you is going to come out even more, and then he will see how he can react to the real you. So it takes time for both parties to really get into a space where they can really see who each other is. And so that there can be an actual real situation happening, so that, you know, each party could see, well, okay, do I really want to continue this? Is this what I really want? And if the man is like, hey, I actually still want to see her, and you know, knowing all the information I know now, and if you see that the guy has been consistent and you see that he's on point for this, you know, long of a time, that'll make your situation stronger if you guys decide to really make it an exclusive situation between y'all two. But the thing is, unfortunately, a lot of women, because of their insecurities, because of, you know, trying to find a sense of self-worth and validation through men, you get caught up in these situations where guys at the beginning are giving you all the things and all that feelings that you want, and then you get your heart broken when you realize he isn't really that guy. You understand what I'm saying? So you have to take your time with this shit. You understand? Take your time with it. See who the real guy is, right? And then if he is on point and he's really trying to make something happen, then it's like, okay, let's actually, you know, move forward and progress. Now, before you turn off this video, I want you to do two quick things. One, I want you to click the link below and send me your questions. If you have any questions on dating and relationships, I'll make a video about it. And two, I want you to click the link under that to get my free audio program, 7 highly effective steps for finding and keeping a man. And I'll talk to you guys later. Remember, the truth is inside you. Peace. I'm gone.